Hello, cronies. We're back to explain my abstinence. I had a little accident. I'm adding on to my home, and I was walking on floor joists 16 inches apart, and there was a board that I'd neglected to tack down, and as I walked across, my foot slid out from under me, and then I did a simple side brake fall. I've done it 1,000 times, but I came down on one board right here, traumatized that muscle. It's a soft tissue injury. I'm about over it. But still, it was kind of a rude awakening for me. I have always said one of the most important things you learn from any martial art or football or anything like that is how to fall correctly. But these break falls and rolls and things that we practice and do all presume a flat floor. Out here in the world, you've got corners. You know, the octagon is what, 32 or 36 feet wide, lots and lots of flat room. In the real world, you can hit things, no matter how well trained you are. Where am I going with this? Where I'm going with this is you don't want to get out on the floor unless you have to. It's not a padded dojo out there in the world. There are curbs, there's gravel, there's broken glass, there are corners, there are all kind of obstacles. And right now, the big popular thing is grappling arts, and there is definitely a time and a place for it. But I'd like to try to explain our philosophy very briefly on this. Wrestling is the second oldest sport known to mankind behind running. It was invented to allow young men to get out their aggressions, establish dominance, and have a jolly good time without anybody getting hurt. After a while, they figured out there were all kind of holes and things you could put people in. But I'm not saying it's not effective. It's very effective. If you have about a year experience behind you and another guy your size and shape doesn't, you will tie him in a knot quick. My point is that in the street, it's generally not the best idea, and here's why. Most real fights involve other people. And I'm fixing to, probably shouldn't let this out of the bag, but I'm about to show you a secret black belt technique that can make any reasonably healthy person able to throw a knockout kick to the head immediately with almost no training. You want to see this secret? Right here. I put my head down here. Now anybody in this room can come up and bam! That's why I don't want to be holding this guy down unless I have to in public. Barroom brawl, parking lot, whatever. Now here's the other side of that coin. If I get put down there, I dang sure better know what I'm doing. It's like this. I don't want to get in a fight with a Navy SEAL in a swimming pool. But if I get thrown in that swimming pool, my first order of business is I better know how to swim. Because so many people are training in grappling and wrestling arts, or they think they know how to do it. This is very likely to happen to you in a real fight, that somebody shoots in and tries to put you on the ground. Now, what they do is very simple and very effective. They close the distance. You've seen boxing matches where they go for 12 rounds and nobody gets knocked out or even hit solidly, but you'll see them clinch 100 times. It's easy to dodge that one punch and clinch with a man. From there, a wrestler takes over. He'll get you on the ground. He will hold you down in some controlling position and bait you into sticking out an arm or a leg or rolling and exposing your back or neck. And then he'll capitalize with a finishing hold, or worse yet, some kind of ground and pound. That's the game plan, and it works. And you should be aware of that, and you should know about it. And just as when we're on our feet, look at my legs. I've got a base. I've got balance. I have to have this. I can't cross my legs, get them feet close together. I'll get bowled over. Well, when you get on the ground, you better have a base too. It's like swimming. You can read books about swimming. You can watch videos. You can hang out with swimmers. You can know all about the pros. But you know what? Until you get in that water and do some swimming, you're not going to know how. Until you get down on the floor with somebody that knows what they're doing and you do some pretty serious rolling and get used to that feeling of having another human body trying to hold you down and what to do, you will not have a feel for it. My bottom line is, don't get down there unless you have to, but I think you ought to at least earn a first belt, blue belt, or whatever they issue in whatever style you're in. Most of my background is actually from catch wrestling. But I suggest that everybody be well-rounded and know how to handle that if you do get put on the floor. And plus, everything we do, the biting, the gouging, the headbutt, all that stuff will segue very nicely between manhandling and then pounding. Plus, there are other times when you have to control people and don't want to hurt them. So there's a time and a place for everything. And that's the message I wanted to get across on this. Hopefully we'll get a little more physical. I'm about recovered. Till then, y'all like, subscribe, tell your friends. Till then, stay safe, be dangerous, and never ever initiate aggression.